Hi everyone, I'm Nicholas Tutora. Welcome to Tutora Time. Seems that Joe Biden, along with his wife, paid a visit to Jimmy Carter and his wife yesterday. And guess what? They did it without any of the social distancing or mask requirements they claim are necessary for COVID, especially when you're visiting older people. First of all, Jimmy and Rosalyn Carter seem to be shrinking by the moment. It looks like Joe and Jill Biden are 8 feet tall next to them. But that aside, we've been told over and over again for the last year that you must keep your distance from grandma and grandpa. And if you see them, you still should be masked, even if you're vaccinated. But why doesn't Joe Biden or Jimmy Carter believe in the rules that they've been spouting? What do you think? You think because they never really believed them in the first place? Actions speak louder than words, and we could see the evidence in the photo of how seriously Joe Biden takes COVID restrictions and COVID guidelines. The sad part is he's been able to convince everybody else for the past year of how dangerous the virus is and how we must limit our freedom of movement and limit our interactions. They want healthy people in their 20s wearing masks when they're near each other. They want college students vaccinated and wearing masks, or else they can't go back to class. But yet Joe Biden, who's almost 80, goes to visit a man in his 90s, and neither one of them are wearing masks. Joe Biden is hovering over Rosalyn Carter, and Jill Biden is hovering over Jimmy Carter. There's no concern if they make them sick. You know, you hear people on the left talking about if you're not wearing a mask and not getting the vaccine, if you go out and get somebody sick, then you should be charged for negligent homicide. Well, isn't that what Joe Biden is doing in this picture? Isn't he committing negligent homicide? I mean, how much more reckless can it be?
House members will now be fined if they don't wear masks on the floor. Fines for members not wearing masks on the House floor will be included in House rules tonight. A senior Democratic aide has told us that there'll be a $500 fine for the first offense, $2,500 fine for the second offense. Do you actually feel also that yourself, your staff members, and other members of Congress should be able to sue Republican members who deliberately put you at risk?
So it's a complicated question. Look, I know my greatest exposure was during that 5 hours we were in the secure space during Wednesday's attack on the Capitol. But I can't say for certain that's where I got infected. But just out of respect for each other, a face mask is not a political statement. A face mask is a simple device to try to reduce the spread of this virus that is causing death and devastation across our country. We could do this if we work together, and that's why I'm so upset about the disregard of my Republican colleagues.
My mother passed away of COVID at the beginning of 2020 in a nursing home in New York City, and people weren't allowed to go in and visit her for more than 10 minutes towards the end. The left has been stressing over and over again, for the safety of the grandparents, everybody should wear masks. Yet when it's time for Joe Biden to visit Jimmy Carter without a mask or social distancing, there's no problems. What does that tell you, folks? It either tells you two things. Either they're lying about everything they're saying, or they really don't care. It shows you they don't really believe what they're saying. It shows you that behind the scenes they have one set of rules for themselves and another set of rules for them. Joe Biden and his family are so corrupt. This is the most corrupt person I've ever seen be president of the United States. And what's wrong with all you people on the left who are supporting Joe Biden? It's obvious that Hunter Biden has got tons of kickback money from China, Ukraine, and Russia for doing absolutely nothing and for having no talent. But yet people are so fired up that they want to make sure that the Biden's bribe money is continued uninterrupted. The Biden DOJ goes after Rudy Giuliani for so-called infractions on filing lobbyist documents, but yet his son, Hunter Biden, has been lobbying Ukraine and China for years, making millions, tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. Folks, Joe Biden is a complete fraud, and he doesn't care about us at all. He doesn't even believe what he's saying. His picture with Jimmy Carter is proof. All those times Biden is out in public wearing his mask for theater, pretending he's being safe, he dropped it all as soon as he felt he wanted to. It's okay for him, but not for you. This is their idea of the new America. So we've been broadcasting Tutora Time for about 3 months now, and I'm doing my part out here every day, fighting for free speech, fighting to keep liberty alive. So help me out, folks. Do your share. By sharing it, send it to people who you think might enjoy it. And also send it to some people who you know the message is going to annoy. Because the fact of the matter is, we need to take the fight to them. We need to press the left and their ridiculous, childish policies at every turn until they break. And they're about to break. It's going to happen very quickly. I'm Nicholas Tutora. I'll talk to you again soon on Tutora Time.